Well, Sudan's conflict has already created the world's biggest humanitarian crisis, and both the army and the RSF have, over the course of the years since 2023, been accused of brutal treatment of the Sudanese civilians caught in the middle of the fighting. However, El-Fasher's fall could still be a crucial milestone in the conflict. Naba Mohiedeen brings us more from Sudan.
Since RSF controlled al-Fasher city, or part of al-Fasher city, starting with the military brigade on Sunday morning, many videos were posted by the militia and the militants of the RSF showing no mercy in killing civilians, hundreds or we can say thousands of civilians, including women, elderly people, and even children in the capital of North Darfur, in al-Fasher. The people were fleeing the violence. Innocent people and unarmed civilians were killed in the roads, and they were killed in their way to flee the violence in al-Fasher. This was expected, Georgia, since the RSF has been besieging the city of al-Fasher for 17 months and using starvation as a weapon, and were bombarding mosques, neighborhoods, markets, and public places, including hospitals. So it was expected that genocides and war crimes will be committed the time or the minute that the RSF will control al-Fasher city. But what it is not expected is the silence of the international community, or we can say the slow response. We saw many condemnation by people and by movements saying that the international community has not pushed enough on the RSF to end the siege of al-Fasher city, and now amid the atrocities and lack of information and also the absence of communications, there is fears of ethnic-driven killings, and the war there can morph into a civil war. It's really sad to see another war in Darfur that started in 2003 and not stopped at the April's war. Now the capital of North Darfur, al-Fasher, is a new stage of the Sudanese war. Of course, it has a moral importance for the RSF, and it has strategic importance for the RSF and their supporters, as al-Fasher is close to the Libyan border, where mercenaries and weapons are sent to the RSF militia from their supporters there, and also mercenaries are using the Libyan borders and the fragile situation in Libya and Sudan to fuel the war in Sudan. Al-Fasher also is close to northern state, so it will be important for RSF, and it's important in the context of the war. But it's really very early to predict whether al-Fasher will still be under the control of RSF or the Sudanese military will regain control of the city. But what is important right now is any way to protect the civilians, innocent civilians, especially that al-Fasher is the homeland for hundreds of thousands of people, IDPs who were there since 2003, and also the number has increased due to the April's war. The situation is beyond catastrophic and needs an urgent intervention by international community to help those in need.